The holidays, a time for friends, family, and good cheer. But not for the families you're about to hear about. Some find their holiday season transformed into a waking nightmare. Stories of families terrorized by malevolent spirits lurking in Christmas trees. So, gather round, turn down the lights, and prepare to be thoroughly spooked.
The Thompson family was ecstatic as they brought home their Christmas tree. Little did they know, a sinister presence had come along for the ride. The first few days were uneventful, but as Christmas Eve approached, unsettling events began. Ornaments shook violently before plummeting to the ground. Footsteps echoed from the attic above, despite it being empty. The children swore they saw shadowy figures lurking in the darkened corners. One night, young Emily Thompson awoke to a chilling sight. The Christmas tree was swaying violently, though the air was still. A shadowy figure emerged from the tree, its eyes glowing red. The professor performed a cleansing ritual, banishing the evil spirit back to the depths from which it came.
The snow fell silently outside, blanketing the small town of Hollybrook. Inside their cozy home, the Miller family was celebrating Christmas Eve. Unbeknownst to them, a shadowy figure lurked outside. As the Millers gathered around the fireplace, the intruder made his move. He picked the lock on the back door, slipping inside silently. He crept through the house until he reached the living room, but before he could act, a blood-curdling scream pierced the air. Mrs. Miller stood in the hallway, her eyes wide with horror. She stared past the intruder, her gaze fixed on something behind him. The ghost of an old man, his eyes burning with an eerie blue light, stood at the foot of the staircase. The ghost was upon the intruder in an instant, its icy grip closing around his throat.
Amelia sat alone in her grandmother's attic, sifting through dusty boxes. As she unwrapped a fragile glass ornament, a wave of dizziness washed over her. Suddenly, she wasn't alone. Standing before her was a young woman, her eyes filled with sadness and longing. Amelia recognized her instantly from the faded family photos, her grandmother, Eleanor. But something wasn't right. Eleanor was dressed in a tattered white gown, her once vibrant red hair now dull. Eleanor reached out a translucent hand towards Amelia. "Please," she whispered, her voice a mournful echo. "You must know the truth about that Christmas Eve." Amelia found herself drawn into Eleanor's memories, transported back to a time when the world was at war. The truth of that fateful Christmas Eve shattered Eleanor's spirit, leaving her a shell of her former self.
As we've seen, the holidays aren't always filled with joy and laughter. Sometimes they're filled with terror, dread, and unimaginable horrors. So, as you gather with your loved ones this holiday season, remember the stories of those who came before. Stay vigilant, stay safe, and most importantly, keep the lights on. From all of us here, happy holidays. Remember, not all Christmas stories have a happy ending. If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more chilling tales.